Hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel, Angel Says Life. Happy October. Spooky season has begun, or has be spooky season has begun, and it does not matter that it's 85 degrees outside. We're going to ignore that. Welcome to this week's video, everybody. Glad to see you. Something different this week. I have been totally bummed out about the state of existence of our world. With that said, I wasn't sure that I was gonna actually decorate inside of my house for Halloween this year. If you know anything about me or you've been following me for a while, I put up a video last year, decorate with me outside, my whole outside. I did a Dia de los Muertos put together my altar. Our family went to Disneyland for Halloween and I did a family vlog for that. So there was some things that I did last October, and I try to do things every October because October, Halloween, the season is something I'm passionate about. I love it. I love it. I geek out on October festivities and I look forward to it every year. Now, I've already decorated the front of my house. It's done. I didn't do a video this year because I really haven't been feeling it, you guys. I haven't been feeling the magic. And I got outside, I decorated, and I felt better. And you know what? I wasn't going to decorate inside my house, and I always do. And I said, you know what? No. I'm at least going to decorate my coffee bar. Okay? I'm at least going to do that. And I put on some music, and I felt so much better, you guys. And I did make a video. So here you go. This is the decorating of my coffee bar, kind of spooky, kind of in your face Halloween, and enjoy. And I'm going to talk to you about where my ideas came from and, all of that. So enjoy and happy October. So as I began thinking about what I was going to do in my coffee bar area, I started to just sort through things and really just try to be present in this space. But I will be honest with you, I began really struggling this morning. Like, I felt like, I don't know, I just felt like nothing was going right. Like, I couldn't find the majority of my decorations. They just sort of got lost in the garage. And as you can see right here in the footage, I'm complaining to my husband and saying, this is not going the way that I thought it was going to go. And I'm having a hard time. And I was like, this isn't going to work out. And I was on the verge of giving up, but I'm glad that I didn't. I actually left after this and got myself like a pumpkin spice latte and then came back with a new mind frame. And then I felt much better. And then I got back to it. A big part of decorating for me during the holidays is not just the organization of everything and, the visualizing of where everything was going to go. That's important. But I think the most important for me is to create a clean space. And so cleaning is a huge part of what I do first before I even start to bring any decorations in. And so I was going to kind of do a surface clean if I'm just being transparent with you. And then the more I got into it, I realized it had been a long time since I had a deep clean uh, on my coffee bar area, and it desperately needed it. The more I went through, the more I realized it was really, really dusty. It was so dusty. I mean, we have a lot of animals, so there was a lot of animal hair everywhere. My coffee maker was horrendous. I think, you use your coffee maker day in and day out and you kind of just do like the surface cleaning. But once you really start looking at it, you're like, oh my gosh, I have got to do something about this. Like, so once I started going, like I said, I really couldn't stop. I was getting into the crevices of everything. And I have these little magnets that I take my little tchotchkes and I make them into magnets. And I was like, you know what? I need to make myself a Halloween magnet for my coffee maker. So I went out into the garage and I started bringing in the Tupperwares that have all of my indoor decorations. And I have all different types of decorations, from kind of like, in your face Halloween, spooky stuff. I have my Nightmare Before Christmas items, Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead items. And so I'm just going to go through all the stuff and I'm going to kind of pick and choose what vibe I want to go for. In the box of decorations, I uncovered that I still had these dollar store light up necklaces from last year when we went to Disneyland. Um, I was the only one that wore mine. Nobody in the family wanted to wear theirs, so I had them left over. And I said, you know what? If I pop the backs off, I could actually use the magnets that I have and super glue them to the back, and then I can make magnets to kind of put around the house as decoration. So I took a moment to do this real quick, and I'm actually glad that I did because they turned out really cute. So here you see me rummaging through my other bin, and I'm trying to find all of my Halloween mugs. I find in general, I start with my Halloween mugs because as I start to take them out of their wrapping and I start to hang them on the hooks at my coffee bar, I start to get a feeling for what direction I'm going in. I start to, is it witchy? Is it the Day of the Dead? Is it just general Halloween, in your face Halloween, Disney Halloween, character Halloween? Like, I feel like I start to lay out the mugs and then I get a feeling and then I go from there. It was right about this moment where I went back to retrieve a mug from the box and I found that my Nightmare Before Christmas mug had broken. Oh man. See, I don't feel very confident in gluing mugs back together. I don't know. I don't feel like I have a knack for that. And I feel like it never works out for me. I don't know. I feel like it's a superpower I don't have. And I was honestly about to throw the cup away, and my husband saw it sitting next to the garbage and said, absolutely not, ma'am. Give this to me. I'm going to fix this problem. And he did. He's just such a wizard at stuff like that. And as you'll see coming up in the video, that was not the only thing that broke. So he had multiple things that he had to try to fix for me. What I'm doing here is you'll see me stepping back and then moving forward, and I'm kind of moving things around and I'm moving hooks and I'm moving cups. And it's because I am assessing the space that I have on my coffee bar, and I'm assessing the space in between the shelf that I'm decorating on and comparing that to how high up, or actually, I should say, how low my mugs are going to hang, because some of them are far bigger than others. And then I have the hanger that's to my left on the wall where I tend to put less heavy and not as big cups over there because I don't want to overwhelm the piece on the wall. I'm also thinking in my head, am I going to be able to put every cup that I have on this coffee bar because I don't want to overwhelm the space. Here's a tip, do this for yourself. So, what you see me hanging here was, just one of those spooky cloths that you can get from the dollar store. Um, you can find them at the dollar store, but I actually found mine at Target last year, like the day after Halloween when everything goes on super sale. I picked up a couple of these, and usually when I'm packing up Halloween and I'm like washing all my mugs and wrapping them back up and putting it back, what I will do is anything that I collected at stores on super sale, I will put them on top. So when I go next Halloween, that'll be the first thing I see. And when I opened up the bin, I was like, oh, look at this. I have this in here. I put this in here for myself because I didn't even remember what was in there. I had a few things that were from last year that I got on clearance, and it was super exciting. It's almost like Christmas. And then when I pulled this out, I was like, okay, I know what direction I'm going in. I'm going to put this cloth up and then I'm going to go from there. Not long after I got started, my son got off Roblox and came into the kitchen for a snack and saw that I was decorating. And as always, he could not resist and he had to jump in there and help me. I love my bats. I use them every year, pretty much no matter what the theme is or like what style I'm going for. My bats, they happen every year. So what I'm doing here is I keep hanging one and then stepping back and then hanging another and then stepping back because I don't want to overdo it, but I want it to bring that sort of spooky bat feeling to the space, but not be overwhelming. Well, at this point, I was nearing the end. So let's go ahead and get ready for the final reveal. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this small look at how I decided to get out of my funk and celebrate the holidays and do it in spite of because it means a lot to me.